Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this cute little Ladybug thank you card for my January thank yous. This card was made with our free hostess set, Little Ladybug, and the coordinating product dies that go with it that will be available in February. You'll be sure to want to earn one of these by hosting or placing a qualifying order because you won't want to miss out on the coordinating products coming soon. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. Okay, I am going to start by building the base of my card front. I'm going to bring in my Poppy Parade here and my Crush Curry and my Designer Series paper strip. This Designer Series paper is from our annual catalog and is called See a Silhouette. I'm going to adhere this down onto my card front, and then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to adhere this layer down, and that'll give me my basic card front. So let's see, there we go. Okay, and now I'm ready to stamp my sentiment. I'm going to use this little piece of our Crush Curry, and I'm going to bring in the sentiment here, thank you. I am going to simply stamp that in the center and lift, and then I'm simply going to adhere that straight down onto my card front, right about there. And then I'm going to bring in one of our thick pieces of baker's twine. I've tied this into a bow and trimmed it as desired, and I'm going to add just some liquid adhesive here because I have some time for this to dry, but you could use a glue dot also if you prefer, and set that on there to dry. And I'm going to set that aside while we work on the ladybugs. So we're using dies for this, and I am simply going to ink up my little ladybug here, looking over her shoulder. And then I'm going to bring in the piece here where I can ink up the little ladybug with the smile and the one flying away. And I can do this fairly close because those dies will cut it out. And I am ready to put my ink away and bring in my blends. Now I happen to be using the Smoky Slate Dark, and I am going to use that to color the little hands and the spots on the ladybug along with their feet, and I'm going to do that on all three. Okay, and then I'm going to move on to the Mango Melody, and I am going to bring in that color and I am going to add it to the stripes on the body. I'm going to alternate it. And continue. And then I'm going to put it on the little face of this ladybug. I'll bring in my light and I will do the alternate stripes and the faces. And then I'm going to bring in my light poppy and I'm going to shade the shell here in the light. And I'm also going to use it on the wings. Now I can add a little depth by adding a second layer. Oops, I need to fix his little face so that it doesn't show on his face, simply by bringing my color lifter in. Okay, now that I've got that done, I can bring in my dark and I can do the little shell on this guy with the wings and the shell on the others. And I'm moving kind of quickly, but you can clean that up with your blends. And now I'm going to cut them out with my coordinating dies. Okay, here they are cut out. Aren't they adorable? And I'm going to flip these over and add some dimensionals to the back. Now I happen to be using the minis, but you could use the regular dimensionals too. This just happens to be what I have handy here at my video station. And I'm going to remove the protective strip. Okay, now that I have the dimensional covers off, I'm ready to start placing them on my card front. Now, I've done one of these before, so I have a pretty good idea of where I want my little guys to go. But if this is your first time, it wouldn't hurt to place them on your card front just to see where you'd like them to go, and then add the dimensionals and adhere. So there we go. A finished card with these cute little ladybugs. So let me set this aside and I'll show you the original. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. And of course, if you don't already have a January-June 2020 mini and would like one along with the Sale-a-bration brochure, email me your name, address, and phone number, and I'll be happy to mail you one. Thanks for joining me.